Welcome to Pouches and More, and today let's prepare this pouch. It's a quilted fabric pouch. This is how it looks. You can comfortably keep your skincare, cosmetics. It's completely lined from inside, so no raw edges, and this is how it looks overall. We have also made a strap and it's got pull tabs on the sides. So let's get started with the method and let's check out the materials required. We require 2 pieces of main fabric and these measure 7.5 inches by 11.5 inches. 2 pieces of foam quilting, this is the foam quilting we'll be using, 7 inches by 11 inches. 2 pieces of lining fabric, 7.5 inches by 11.5 inches. And 2 pieces of fusible interfacing. So this is having adhesive on one side. We'll be using this, and this measures 7 inches by 11 inches. 1 piece of main fabric, 4 inches by 5 inches. 2 pieces of main fabric, 2.25 inch by 2 inch, and 11-inch long zip. So these are all the materials required. First we'll be quilting the main fabric. So we have placed the foam sheet down, and on the wrong side, main fabric wrong side, we'll be placing it on the foam sheet and we'll be quilting. So we'll be quilting around 1.5 to 2 inches wide. The same thing we'll do for the other piece of main fabric. So first we are going to place the foam quilting and then we are going to place the main fabric, and we'll be quilting both of them. For the lining fabric, we will have to fuse them. So we'll take the fusible interfacing, the adhesive side, we'll keep it facing up. Now the lining fabric wrong side, we'll place it down, that is on the adhesive side. So here we have got the adhesive and the wrong side together, and we will be fusing the same thing for the other side also, and we are going to fuse this by ironing them. So here we are just going to iron the lining fabric and the fusible interfacing so that they stick together. We'll do this on both the sides. The extra fabric we'll be cutting once we finish fusing them. These are for the tabs. We'll be preparing the tabs. So we're just going to fold them in half like this, and we're going to iron. Again the raw edges to the center fold mark. Iron this. These are the 2 pull tabs. We'll be stitching on both the ends of the zip. Now again another fold, and we're going to iron this. We're just going to clip this and keep, and we'll be doing the exact same thing on the other tab also. So just going to clip this. We need to make a stitch on this, 2 stitches. So here 2 stitches we need to do. We'll do the same thing on this also. Now this is for the strap. We are going to do exactly the same thing. We're just going to fold it like this, and the 2 raw edges we are going to again get it to the center and fold it. We have to make a stitch on all of them. So as of now we're just going to fold them, iron them and clip them. So we made another fold, and we are again going to clip this and keep. We need to make a stitch on this also. Here we need to make a stitch on this. Our quilting is done. We have quilted the main and the lining is also fused. Now we're going to take the main fabric quilted part, right side facing up. We'll take the zip. The slider side will be facing down. We're just going to align it like this and clip it. We need to make a stitch on this. Now we're going to take the lining fabric, right side facing down, align it from the sides and the top, and again clip them together. So here right sides are together, zip is in between. We're going to make a straight stitch. Our straight stitch is done. Now we're just going to open it, finger press the stitch seam, get both the fabrics on one side, finger press this and make a top stitch over here. This is done. For the other side, we are going to put the right side facing down of the main fabric, align it from the side and the top part. So here main side fabric right sides are together, flip it over. On the lining fabric side, we'll put the lining fabric right side facing down, align from the side and the top, and again clip it together. We need to make a stitch on this. So here right sides together and here right sides together, a straight stitch over here. So we have finished making the stitch as well as a top stitch on both the sides. Now we'll put the main fabric right sides together like this. We need to make a stitch all around. Align the edges. We are going to make a stitch only on the base. So on the base we are going to clip this. Same thing on the lining fabric side also. We are going to align the base and we are going to clip them together. On both the bases we need to make a stitch. So here a straight stitch and here on the lining fabric we will be leaving an opening. This is the opening that we'll have to leave, and that is for turning it to the right side. Rest entire will be stitching. So both we have stitched and we have left the opening. Just finger press the seams. We need to flatten the seams, both the lining fabric as well as the main fabric. Now this is our zipper teeth over here. We are going to get the main fabric base to the zipper teeth as well as the lining fabric base that we just stitched to the zipper teeth, and we are going to put them together. We need to stitch them. So this is our lining fabric stitch seam. We will be getting it to the zipper teeth. Now together we are going to clip them together and we need to make a stitch over here. This is how it will be looking. The same thing we'll do on the other side also. So just get the base stitch seams together with the zipper teeth and clip them together. The three should be aligned. So this is how it will be looking from the sides, and we need to make a straight stitch on both. But before making the straight stitch we need to attach these tabs. So for that we're just going to fold the tab, and the loop side we'll be putting it inside, inserting into, and this will be on the main fabric side. So on the main fabric side we'll be placing this on the zipper teeth, the loop side inside, the raw edge aligning with the raw edge. So this is how it will be on the zipper teeth. And this is on the main fabric side, not on the lining fabric. Main fabric side we have aligned it. The same thing we'll be doing on the other side also. Now we'll make a straight stitch on both the sides. Once the stitch is done, we need to box the corners. All the 4 corners we need to box. So for that we'll take our square ruler and we are going to make a boxing of 1.5 inch. So from the stitch mark we'll be measuring 1.5 inch and here on the fold. So this is the box that we'll be making, and remember this will be on one side from the fold and the other side from the stitch line. We'll do the same thing on all 3 corners. We're going to cut this now. Once you finish cutting this, we'll be stitching them. So that will be completing the box. So we're going to cut this, and the same thing we'll be doing for all 3. That is, all 3 corners we'll be cutting. So cut all the 4 corners. Now this is the marking that we did on all 4 corners we have done. Now the side that the zip opens, that is from where it will be opening, that side we need to attach the strap that we prepared. So we're just going to insert it like this through the box that we did. We have cut it. So from here we'll insert it till the other side, and we are going to place this on the stitch line, on the stitch mark that we just did. So this is how it will be, and we are going to clip this. After that we'll be flattening the boxes. So we're just going to flatten. We have made a center line on the main fabric. So we're going to align the center line to the stitch line and flatten the entire box like this. So here it is. Now for the lining fabric also we are going to do the same thing. It will be easier if we flatten the entire pouch to one side. If you flatten the entire pouch to one side like this, we need to flatten it entirely, then it becomes easier. So here we are going to now put the lining fabric also along with the main fabric. So we'll just remove the center clip, and we are going to align the center of our lining fabric also along with the center of the main fabric and the stitch line. Align all 3 together, and then we'll be having a flat base. So this is how it will be. Just flatten it neatly. They'll align with the main fabric. The lining and the main will be aligned together. The box. So this is how it is. Now we'll clip all of them together, and we need to make a stitch by keeping them together. So you have to stitch them together. So this is how it will be. We'll be completing the box like this. Just put them together and clip them. So here we'll have to make a stitch. We'll be doing the same thing on the other side also. Now just the same side we will be doing, and we are going to flatten the entire pouch now. So first we will do the main fabric. Align the center mark that we did to the stitch mark and flatten the entire box. Now the same thing we'll be doing for our lining fabric also. First we are going to flatten it properly. And then we will start aligning it. So clip this neatly. This is done. Now lining fabric also, we're just going to flatten it neatly. And first you align the center, so we need to remove the clip or else we can first align one side and then align the other side. So this is how it will be. Now we're going to align the other side. This is the center mark. So just flatten it like this. So centers will have to be aligned with the stitch line, sorry. So this is how it will be looking. Now we need to make a stitch over here both sides. We have stitched one side. Now for the other side, it is all inside, so we're just going to pull it out. Turn the whole thing to the other side. Now we'll have to flatten the other side. So just as we did for the other side, we're going to do the same thing. Align the center and then the side, clip them together, and then we'll have to make a stitch. So this is the same thing that we'll be doing. So one side is done. Now for the other side, we need to attach the strap. See that the strap is absolutely straight, there are no turns, and we are going to place this on the stitch line and clip them together. And in the same way, now we will be completing the box over here also. Flatten the main fabric and then the lining fabric, clip them together. Here again make a stitch. So our boxing is complete. This is how it will be looking. Now from this opening, we'll just turn the pouch to the lining fabric side. We're just going to turn the whole thing towards the lining fabric. Remember to push the boxed corners out neatly. So this is how they will be looking. So they have to be pushed out neatly, all the corners. Now before we turn the pouch to the right side, we'll stitch this opening that we have left. So for that, we're just going to align the fabrics together like this and make a straight stitch over here. So it's a simple straight stitch that we'll be doing over here. We have stitched over here, and now we'll turn the pouch to the right side. Again, when we turn it to the right side, remember to push the corners out. So it looks neat. So this is how our pouch will be, and it's simple to make. If there are any extra threads, please do cut them. So pouch is complete and done, and it's very simple to make. It looks nice also. Now in case we want to attach a label, we can do so in the center on the main fabric, and we can do it as soon as we do the quilting. So I won't be doing this. This is completely optional. So please do try this and let me know how it turned out. Thanks for watching. Bye.